Welcome back to our Stoma podcast. I'm Sarah, I'm the lead Stoma nurse within Leeds Community, and today we're going to look at why someone might experience a leakage or have sore skin with their stoma. And I'm joined today by Vicky, our nurse, and Jasmine, our patient. So we're going to have a bit of a conversation around that topic. So Vicky, so why might someone have a leakage?
So patients may experience leakages depending on the consistency of the output. So if it's quite watery, they might experience a leak due to that reason. The template size, so if the template's too big, it's too small, they might get a leakage because of that reason as well. It could be a bit of user error. Are they applying the bag correctly? Are they putting it in the correct position? So those are quite a few of the reasons why people get leaks.
Yeah, perfect. And Jasmine, if you don't mind, so you've got an ileostomy.
Yeah.
So the ileostomy output is normally quite runnier compared to a colostomy.
Yeah.
So ileostomy patients do tend to kind of experience more leakages. So can you talk me through, like, was your output like quite watery, or is it watery, and has that kind of impacted on leaks, and have you had leaks?
Yeah, definitely. So I can definitely say I've had leaks. It kind of, for me, depends on what I eat, basically. Yeah. So if I've not eaten much during the day, that can actually increase my output. If I've had quite like a starchy meal to start the day off, and then I'm drinking lots of fluid and not really eating, that can obviously increase my output also. Definitely agree with the increased output. I think if your site size changes as well, so sometimes that can get bigger or sometimes it can get smaller, and that can obviously affect the leaks. I think once you've got an ileostomy bag, one thing that's important to note is that I think you can sense your leaks more than what you realise as well. So once you get used to the feeling of what a leak feels like, they're less likely to be bigger. Because you can feel, that's my personal experience of it. Definitely, if I've had quite a lot of veg and then say for tea and go to bed, I often do leak then as well because of, the high increase of output.
Okay. And was you kind of explained about leaks in the hospital, or like that this might happen, or was it quite like a shock when it did happen? Was you kind of prepared or not prepared?
It was definitely explained. It was very like generic of, you may have a leak from time to time depending on what you eat. I definitely wasn't prepared for how much I would probably leak in the first month, I'd say. And again, that's just about your diet. It's about getting used to what triggers your ileostomy off, and what is kind of, steady to have, and what can you do to combat it. So say, for example, if I had beans for breakfast, I want to, at lunchtime, be having like a sandwich for the carbohydrates to kind of thicken that up and combat the output.
Kind of balance it out. Yeah, definitely. And then Vicky, like, so we're talking about like the management, like what other products and accessories can we kind of use?
So in terms of output, you might want to try things like loperamide just to help thicken the output. Obviously managing it with diet as well. Obviously if your patients are getting a lot of leaks and they've got sort of like dips and folds and creases near the stoma, they might need accessories such as things like seals, just to help fill the dip, just to try and reduce the risk of a leak there.
So there's quite a few tools, and what we would say, if you're experiencing a leak or sore skin, definitely to get in touch with us, because we're here to help. We just want you leak free. We want you to have perfect skin, and there's all sorts of tools and different products and accessories that we can try. I think you agree, don't you?
Definitely.
Then going on to sore skin then. So why might someone get sore?
So they might get sore skin if they're experiencing leaks. That can cause sore skin. If they're not using the right product, sometimes people have allergies, contact dermatitis to products. They can get sore skin for that reason as well. If they're not using the products correctly in terms of removing the products, they might get skin stripping if they're not using enough adhesive remover. So some of those reasons.
And I'm sure that you've probably had sore skin, haven't you, if you've had leakages, and how did you manage that, Jasmine?
So I tried a few things. I tried a little, I think it's a seal that you kind of stick around your site and then apply your bag to it. I did try that. I've tried the solution, which works really well, especially if you're really struggling with it, because it kind of clears it up very quickly. What else have I tried? Gosh.
Did you try powder?
Yes, I've tried powder just to kind of dry it out.
In terms of the leaks then, I think will agree,
Yeah.
you know, and the sore skin rather, that the main thing is addressing the leak. So you
Yes.
could try, you know,
Yeah.
if the bag's leaking, you could try the strongest bag in the world, or, you
Yeah.
know, the best powder, but you need to address the leaks.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
there's lots of different things that we can try. Yeah. Well, thank you. That's perfect. So thank you for joining us on this episode today, and we will see you on the next one. If you have any questions or concerns and would like to speak to a stoma nurse, then please do contact our service on 0113 843 3715, or alternatively email lcht.stomaserviceleads@nhs.gov.